was a queen. She lived in Queens.
Hi, lovelies. I just wanted to come on here real quick and say a quick word about depression and how we could support one another. So, it's the winter months. Spring is knocking on the door, thank God. But, some people are still going through seasonal depression. A lot of people are not getting as much sunlight. And we are still in the midst of a pandemic where some people don't even feel 100% comfortable to go outside as often as they would like and go to public spaces such as parks or whatever the case may be, just to, ground themselves, connect with nature, connect with the divine, and, just get that divine masculine energy from the sun. And I just wanted to say that when it comes to people who have depression, it's not a one size fits all type of situation. And I just really want to urge everyone to just be kind to themselves. If you are going through depression, if you are friends with somebody, or you have somebody near and dear to you that's going through depression and you feel like you have to walk on eggshells because you don't exactly know how to approach that, be kind to yourself, because how we treat ourselves is literally a direct reflection of the energy we emit to others, which is transferred back to us, because everything is an energy exchange. And I feel like, sometimes with people, because they're very hard on themselves and they beat up on themselves for their personal reasons, it tends to exude when they interact with others. And this is where the breakdown in being empathetic and being compassionate and being cognizant happens, because you're not exuding those things with yourself. So therefore, it's hard for you to show up and exude those things to others. And, as somebody who's currently going through depression, I just want to let you know, just because somebody has a good day or a good few days where they're up and about and they're perky and whatnot, that does not mean that they're 100% out of the neck of the woods. And that does not mean that any compassion, empathy, or understanding that you may have been given that person should now shift or should now dwindle, or the support should now be obsolete because this person is smiling again. I understand it's not everyone's job to 100% inform themselves on what other people are dealing with as it pertains to emotional and mental and spiritual, attacks. But I do feel like when you love somebody and you truly value your relationship with them, in whatever form, you take the time to really understand what they're going through. And you learn to not take shit so personal when they can't show up for you in the way that you want them to. And the reason why I'm doing this, and I'm going to wrap this up now, is because, I've been having a lot of conversations with people. I was out yesterday with my friend Johnny. We went food shopping, went to get some massages, was just chilling. And it seems like a lot of people are in this space in their life where reciprocity is a big topic of conversation. People are tired of putting their energy into things, people, and, just actions that really just are not going to serve them in a higher timeline. And what's making people come to this realization is that they're starting to become emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and physically withdrawn and tired. And it's because you're pouring from an empty cup. Your cup is not being filled back up. Easier said than done, but I just want my lovelies and anybody who comes across this video to always practice self-preservation. And once again, this is easier said than done, but don't apologize for what it is that you need to do to keep going. Because one thing that I do realize is that people, it's quick to judge somebody from the outside looking in, and, make a snapshot judgment and be like, oh, okay, well, he's just acting funny. He just doesn't want to do this because of that. It's not that serious. But when you're actually walking in that person's shoes, or you can relate, you see it's a whole nother ball game. And that's why I'm very appreciative of my trials and tribulations throughout this lifetime, because it has made me someone that could be very empathetic and compassionate and cognizant with, you know, the way in which I show up in other people's lives. And it has also helped me to have patience and to have emotional maturity, as well as the emotional bandwidth to deal with people. Because that's another thing. You'll have people that expect you to show up for them to be so present, but then when it's time for them to be present for you, they don't know how to do it. Not that they're being selfish and they don't want to, but some people really just are not built that way. They don't have the tools to do that. And that's when you have to make a decision for yourself. Is this person someone that could be in my life? And if they're going to stay in my life, do I need to reprioritize where I put them so it could be an even energy exchange and our friendship could, or whatever the case may be, could continue to flourish? So I just want to remind you, like, always check on your friends. If you know you have a friend that deals with anxiety, depression, bipolar, any mental health issues, always check on them, even if they look like they're doing okay on social media, or even if through text they may sound upbeat, they're sending memes. Just always reassure them and let them know, like, you know, if you need anything, if there's any way I can support you, let you know. If there's ever something I'm doing that's triggering you or making you feel a way, like, you know, just let me know. Just do it. Like, treat people how you want to be treated. Like, let's not just say that, but let's actually embody that and do that. Like, let's really do good by people and do good by people in a way in which you will want them to do good by you. So if it's a situation, because this is something that I do that helps me. Whenever I want somebody to do something or show up for me a certain way and they don't do it, my innate reaction sometimes is to get mad and get annoyed and just get frustrated. But I also have to remind myself of those moments where I've been in that person's shoes, where I didn't want to do something because I just didn't want to do it, or I didn't want to do something because I really could not pull myself together mentally and emotionally and physically to do it. And that allows me to have more empathy and compassion. That's why the quote is, God will break your heart over and over again until it becomes permanently open with empathy and compassion for others. Because when you've been through a lot and seen a lot and you've actually overcame it and healed from it and did your work, it becomes easier for you to see previous aspects of yourself and even broken aspects of yourself in other people. And you just innately become more inclined to be more compassionate and considerate of what that person is going through. So that's it. This is a real short video. I just wanted to come on here and talk about that because that's just been laying on my spirit. You know, being a spiritually divine person and, you know, going through spiritual metamorphoses and, you know, awakenings, it could be very lonely and it could be isolating because everybody's not going to understand. And no matter how many times you try to explain, some people are just so self-centered and selfish and me, that even if you did explain it, they're just committed to sticking to their ideologies and their beliefs. And that could be hurtful or whatever the case may be. But I just want to let you know, if you feel like you're alone, I totally understand where you're coming from. My email, my DMs, my comment section is always open. That's why I like to create a safe atmosphere where we could talk. And that's just it. Bye.